Obama is giving away our offshore resources. That's what we'll talk about for lunch today. The Law of the Sea Treaty is going to come up for Senate ratification probably in May or June. It was signed years ago, I believe, by Clinton, but never brought up for ratification because it's such a flawed document and so controversial that no previous administration has dared ask that it be ratified. The basic law of the sea treaty is an attempt by the UN to make sure that sea lanes stay open, that the world is navigable and that countries don't fence it off. And that's fine, but it's irrelevant. We don't need that. The United States Navy does a fine job of that, systematically patrolling every sea lane in the world to make sure it stays open. It's a big part of the Navy's job. But what this treaty does is it goes way beyond that. It says that every nation, read the United States, is obliged to pay 1/2 of the royalties and revenues it gets from offshore oil drilling to an international body. If it's within 200 miles of the country, it has to pay 50% to an international body newly created to distribute the money. And they decide which countries get it. And the United States has 1 out of 160 votes in that decision. It literally is taking money from our wealth exactly out of America and putting it into a global body to redistribute to the third world. It's insane. And the other thing that's included is that the United States is obliged, rich countries are obliged, to share their technology with poor countries for offshore drilling. In other words, we have to give away our proprietary technology about offshore drilling. This is just absolutely nuts. And lurking around the corner is what will inevitably happen, which is that this body that's being created by this treaty will decide where we can drill and where we can't drill. And given the fact that it's going to be controlled by European leftists and environmentalists, it's more emphasis on the not. So this is absolutely crazy. You've got to remember, with any of these treaties we've been talking about lately, that Europe used to be half communist. 40% of Italy voted communist. 25% of France voted communist. 15% of France still votes communist. There's 3 communist parties, the Trotskyites and Leninites and whatever. So the point is that they are now trying to use treaties to hogtie the United States. And the Law of the Sea Treaty, it has a cute acronym, LOST, lost, needs to get lost in the U.S. Senate. So this is going to come up for a vote this spring, and you have to be in touch with your senators to get them to vote against the Law of the Sea Treaty. Thanks a lot.